The introduction to online tournaments in FC26, boys, I feel like is an incredible idea. For winning the early access tournament, you do get Dolan, so let's see how good he really is. Tyrese Dolan is an 84 rated card. He has the explosive acceleration type, right footed with 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. Now, in order to obtain the card, boys, you do have to win the early access tournament at least once, and then alongside that, you're also getting like a lot of different packs, a lot of different upgrades, so if you do have the time, I feel like it's most definitely worth it. Lots of versatility with Dolan, as he can play the right mid, left mid, center attacking mid, and right wing positions. And looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, I mean, for the start of FC26, boys, it doesn't look half bad. The pace and dribbling is obviously where the card's going to go ahead and excel, and if you do prefer your smaller, more agile type of players that are like really good on the ball, that are very quick and swift, man, he's definitely going to fit your style of play. I mean, for the start of the year, to have a player with 94 agility and then also 93 balance is kind of crazy, man, especially with the 4-star skill moves. The rest of his dribbling stats are a little bit lower, so I mean, you can always give him a chem style to help out with that. The technical side to his game in general does look quite decent. I mean, he does have 77 shooting with 82 attacking positioning and 82 finishing. The passing stats overall not too bad either. The 86 pace is a little bit interesting because he does have a bit of a pace split, 91 acceleration and 81 sprint speed. So if you do want to give him a chem style to help out with this pace even more, that's a really good idea. And when it comes to chemistry styles, I mean, it is going to come down to how you want to incorporate him in game, but I feel like the Hawk would work really well just to get a little bit more pace, shooting, and physicality. In terms of playstyles, he does have 3 different playstyles. The incisive pass, which is huge if you do want to use him as a cam, whip pass, and then also trickster. I will say the playstyles do lack just a little bit. I know that a lot of people do like the trickster in FC26. The whip pass is okay, and then incisive pass is really OP. But if you had maybe like the rapid or the quick step playstyle, or maybe like a finishing playstyle, that would have been ideal just to add a little bit more going forward. And then one thing that I will say about Dolan is that his player roles could be a lot better, man. He does have 1 player role plus as a winger if you do run him at the right mid position. No playmaker player role plus, and then also no inside forward, which is a huge letdown for the card because I feel like this year in FC26, those 2 player roles are still kind of like the most OP player roles to have. So with the way that the card is set up, like the playstyles that he does have and then also the player roles, I feel like using him as that half winger as a center attacking mid is probably your best bet, especially if you do maybe run a narrow formation. If you run like the 4-1-2-1-2 or maybe like the 4-2-3-1, I feel like that's most definitely where he would excel. Now, I will say, boys, the early access tournament is a bit of a sweat fest, so it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not it's actually worth picking this card up. As always, boys, if you guys do enjoy these FC26 player reviews and you want to see more videos like this on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like. If there's another player that you guys would like to see a player review on, let me know in the comments section down below, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. All right, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Dolan World Tour card. And like I said, man, if you do have the time to go ahead and try to win the tournament, I feel like he's just going to be such an OP player early on. Now, the one thing that's going to work so well with this card, especially if you do run him as a center attacking mid, is his dribbling, man. I mean, he's only 5'5", great agility, great balance. And if we do a little bit of left stick dribbling, I mean, it's kind of crazy how close he keeps it. For you guys that haven't had the chance to play FC26 so far, I mean, passing and dribbling is most definitely back. But yeah, man, the plan is to go ahead and run him at the center attacking mid position, and we are going to try to use him a little bit more like a playmaker, you know, create a lot of chances with him, maybe even try to score a couple goals. And because we did get the showdown SBC for Pepe, and we did do a player review on Pepe, I'm going to try to compare Dolan to Pepe as much as possible, just because, like, this is a nice cheap alternative if you don't want to complete the SBC for like 10,000 coins. Now, very early on, we can go ahead and spring into a counterattack. We got Garincha making that run. Dolan, boys, I mean, incisive pass this early on in the game is so nice. Just gonna go for a regular shot, man. I thought he was gonna hit that with his right. He's hit it with his left. We gotta try to get a goal. Can't let him quit, boys. Can't let him quit before we win. Turam, nice. 3-star weak foot. There it is, man. There it is. I mean, Tyrese Dolan, not the craziest of finishing stats, but that's a really nice finish. Never mind, boys. He's not going to quit. He's going to continue playing. Oh, he has Iosi Perez, man. We did do a player review on Perez. If you guys didn't check that out, check it out, man. Now, we did signal our fullback to make that run. As you guys can see, man, I mean, Dolan, without the right player role, he is going to kind of like drift out wide a little bit more. Or, I mean, that's a pretty good example if you do want to use him as a half winger. I'm going to go finesse shot. It's a tidy finish, boys. Those finesse shots from like a very tight angle are really OP. Dolan, I mean, just look at that, boys. The left stick dribbling, very responsive. I mean, if you prefer your smaller, more agile type of players, this card's going to cook for you. Now, this is where we can spring into a counterattack through the middle. A little bit risky. Look at that, boys. Garincha has so much space. Let's go for another long-range pass. Too much, man. I put so much power behind that. That's my bad. Ooh, we did give him a little bit of space. This guy's just running with Rafael Lau. Dolan, a little bit defensive cover. Gonna try to spin him. Yeah, it's gonna be a foul, man. That's gonna be a foul. I mean, the physical side to his game does lack a little bit. Like, he's not the strongest of players, but I mean, he's obviously not that type of player either. Dolan again. Spin him. Great turn. Near post. It's what he does, man. It's what he does. That skill move is so underrated in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people just don't like expect it, or a lot of people don't really know about it. So you can kind of catch him off guard. Now go over the top. That's a great ball, man. I don't know why he's pulling out his goalkeeper. He's maybe had enough. But the over the top through ball was pretty decent. Dolan, let's go finesse shot. That's a great finish, man. That's a great finish. For me personally, boys, I feel like your smaller, more intricate type of players are going to be really OP this year. So Dolan definitely fits that category. Again, one-on-one. I'm going to go near post, man. That's a nice finish. 3-star weak foot for the card. Obviously a letdown, but it's not that big of a problem. Obviously, we would want him to be 4-star, 4-star. But, I mean, this early on in FC 26, you can kind of get away with it. Bino Gittins, that's a horrible touch. Dolan. All the way, man. All the way. Trickster. The Trickster playstyle, man. I will say it's really fun to use. He's pulling out his goalkeeper again. I think that this game's done, man. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. All right, boys, straight into game number 2 we go, and so far, so good, man. Like I said, if you do have the time to complete the early access tournament, and you can complete the early access tournament, I mean, you're getting so many packs. You're getting a very solid player as well. Now, let's try to continue playing him as that cam, man. I feel like even though he doesn't have that player role plus, it hasn't been that bad. Like, sometimes he will drift out wide a little bit, but for the most part, has been sticking his position pretty well. Yeah, this guy's going to be playing a very high line. Dolan again, making that run play to him. Pass has to be better, boys. The pass has to be better. That's maybe like the second or third time where he's making like a really good run, but the pass, man, just lets us down a little bit. We do want to try to get him in those positions a little bit more. Trent, nice. A little bit of patient build up. Through the middle, Dolan. Conte does get the tackle. I'm going to go near post. 3-star weak foot. It's a lucky goal, boys, but we'll take it. I feel like from an attacking perspective, like overall, it's only his passing maybe that's a little bit inconsistent. The finishing's been good, especially with the hot chemistry style. Through the middle, nice. Dolan is making that run. Great ball, great ball. Way to get it under control as well. Reverse it back. Ekatike. You know what, man? I thought that we missed right there because he just hit that first time, but that's a great pass. Double tapping the through ball button is so good this year, man. Like, it's very difficult to defend against. It kind of just like goes over the defender's leg, or it kind of goes in a way where the defender never like intercepts it. What a run from Trent, man. We have a bit of an overload down the right. Cut back, Dolan near post. 3-star weak foot, man. 3-star weak foot. Maybe could have gone far post right there. I think we're onside. Dolan. Back onto his right. 3-star weak foot. It's what he does, man. It's what he does in those like tight spaces. Like, he's just so smooth on the ball and he keeps it so close. That's so difficult to stop. You know what, man? Can we maybe clutch up right here? Endo, nice. Dolan made such a good run, man. Onside as well. Regular shot. Clean finish, man. Clean finish. The finishing has actually been a little bit surprising. Like, I didn't expect him to be as clinical as he is. Don't get me wrong. He's obviously going to miss a couple chances. But for the most part, in and around the box, it's been good. Garincha, nice. Ekatike. Got to play first time. What a ball. Ekatike on the volley. What a goal, man. What a goal that would have been. What a goal that would have been. You can kind of use that as a pass. All right, man. We do have time for one more attack. It obviously isn't going to change much. But we know that he's back post. So I'm going to try to get it to him. Drum. Ekatike, Dolan, onto his right foot. Great finish, man. Great finish. Playing it short on corners is honestly one of the most OP things. All right, boys, we're going to go ahead and play one more game with Dolan, and we're going to go ahead and switch him at the right wing position just to test him out wide as well. For me personally, I feel like he's best in like a more central position just because of how good his dribbling is. But I mean, you can play him out wide as like a right mid, right wing. Right mid is the only position that he does have a player role plus. The one thing that's going to be really interesting about playing him at the right wing position is just like testing out his pace, because he does have a bit of a pace play. We did give him the Hawks, so we'll see how that helps out. Dolan again. We could maybe use incisive pass right here. I know it's a little bit ratty, boys. I know it's a little bit ratty, but I mean, the pace right there seems to be really, really good. All right, man. Now a little bit of counterattacking football right here. Ekatike. This guy's playing a pretty high line. Dolan up against DeMarco. Now, DeMarco's not the quickest of fullbacks. Step over. Dolan keeping it close. I try to force it onto his right foot right there. Maybe could have just kept going in like a straight line. Dolan again. Nice. Now play through. As great attacking positioning. Ooh, he actually got it before Dolan, which I mean isn't ideal, but Schlotterbeck's actually pretty good. Now Dolan's not the furthest player forward, boys, but I mean his defense is a little bit all over the place. Nice. I'm gonna go through the middle. Now played out wide. That's good build up. Dolan still with it. He's pulled out his goalkeeper, man. I didn't expect him to do that. I didn't want to sweat it again just to not be like so repetitive and a little bit ratty, but I should have. I should have, man. Dolan again. We could have maybe pinged that towards the middle. It was a little bit risky though. Great touch. Great touch from Dolan. Finish. That's much better, man. If you can get him a little bit more inside, I feel like that's the best way to use him. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new World Tour Dolan card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say for the start of FC 26, he's definitely the real deal. With the smaller build and then also his incredible pace and dribbling, I feel like he's just one of those players that fit this year's style of play. Like your smaller, more agile type of players, 4-star skill moves, really good agility, really good balance. Left stick dribbling this year and then also like the overall quickness of the game is just like what works so well, man. So if you are really good at left stick dribbling, if you are really good at R1 dribbling, he's going to be a great player for you. Now, we did give him the hot chemistry style, so we do improve a little bit more on his pace, shooting, and physicality. And the most surprising stat was obviously his shooting. I didn't expect him to be as clinical as he is, especially with the lack of finishing play styles. But overall, man, the finishing in and around the box was pretty solid. I love the fact that he does have the incisive pass play style, incredible for a center attacking mid because you can also create a lot with him. And despite him having a bit of a smaller build, I mean, obviously he's not the strongest of players, but in some situations he will get a lot to go his way. Now, the only real letdowns that I did notice with the card is the fact that he does have like a lack of playstyles and that he does have the 3-star weak foot. But I mean, as you guys saw in some of those highlights, like the 3-star weak foot isn't the end of the world. If I had to compare him with like a specific type of player, he does kind of give me like a Lionel Messi type of vibe. Like your smaller, more agile type of player, really good on the ball. The technical game, I mean, obviously isn't on the same level as Messi's, but it is quite similar. Now, the other day we did do a play review on Pepe, and if I had to compare Pepe and Dolan, I feel like if you're looking for like a right mid, right wing, I would personally go with Pepe down the right hand side. But if you do want a player in a more central position, man, I mean, Dolan as a center attacking mid absolutely cooks in my opinion. He's a very tidy player on the ball. He's a player that can do everything pretty well from an attacking perspective. So if you can win the early access tournament, man, and you do have the time to go ahead and grind that, I would definitely recommend him. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like, comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review. And then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.